Hey, what is up, guys? It is your boy, Kingdom Soldier, and I'm back again with another commentary. And Soldier says, MLG is the real MVP. What I want to talk to you guys about today is the ridiculous myriad of announcements that MLG announced today. Adam Apicella was so excited that he got on our COD Competitive and just listed off over $600,000 in prize money that we didn't know was coming down the pike, and basically revealed that MLG has been listening. Ask and you shall receive. Pro players repeatedly have been saying that it's hard to do this at a high level consistently because it's not really a career. There's not enough money that's available unless you're going to stream a lot and YouTube a lot, and you have to be an entertainer. You don't necessarily get paid for your skill. Well, that's going to change a little bit. We have $1 million prize pool for Call of Duty Championships already, and MLG decides, well, we're going to throw another $600,000 in prize money on the table for the rest of the year. So look at your screen, and I just want to let's just see all this stuff that MLG Adam posted today in our COD Competitive. So the COD Pro League, the Season 2 regular season is going to be from March 10th to May 22nd, which is a little bit of a conflict with COD Champs. That means Season 2 is starting before Champs. A little questionable only because of the roster trades that people are going to possibly want to do after Champs. But if the roster deadline locks before Champs, everybody's going to start asking those questions. So, and it says, and here's a note to take, that the season championship is June 5th through 7th. X Games, the Summer X Games, is June 4th through 7th. So there's a little bit of a conflict there. People are speculating that the Season 2 championships are going to be the X Games. They're going to be at the X Games, and that hasn't been officially announced by MLG. They haven't announced that yet. I don't think that they're going to do two separate events. If you look on the X Games website, they've said that esports is going to be at the Summer X Games. So is it going to be CSGO? Is it going to be Call of Duty? Who knows? I guess we'll have to wait and see. So there's $96,000 in player payments. They've been paying players per match that they win, they get money for. And then there's $75,000 in prize pool money at the championship location, of course, to be announced. You've got the Season 3 relegation tournament, and this is an amazing thing. It's going to be a LAN tournament. It was really an issue this year with the same teams going back to Season 1, back to Season 2 that were in Season 1 because they did it online. They're doing a LAN tournament for the relegation, and they're allowing 28 teams through qualifiers and pro points to potentially play in to Season 3. So I'm really excited about that. That's going to be a great LAN. You're definitely going to see some roster changes and things like that before that event, and $10,000 in prize money. And then the Season 3 is the 29th through the 4th of September. The same $96,000 and $75,000. And here is the big shebang. Here is the cat's meow. Here is the big deal. The biggest thing that was announced today is that MLG, Major League Gaming, at the end of Advanced Warfare's life cycle in October, the 16th through the 18th, is going to do a $250,000 tournament. $250,000, So the first place, if you think about it, $400,000, which is about 40% of the prize pool. So if you take that same formula and look at this $250,000, you're looking at potentially, I think as a player you would make potentially like $25,000, something like that. That's huge. Like that's livable wage. Like when Parasite said on the sticks, like it's not really a career because there's not enough money available. That's good money. That means, you know, the money from COD Champs. I mean, COD Champs 8th place, an individual player gets like, I think COD Champs 8th place is still $30,000 payout, or $32,000. So each player on the team gets like $8,000. I mean, that's huge. Like that's big money. And so you think about a $250,000 tournament, you could still walk away with $4,000 in 8th place. That's huge. That's big money. And so this is a great announcement. This is awesome. And it's a global tournament. So there's going to be EU teams there. There's going to be Australian teams and things like that. I don't know who else they're going to open it up to. But this is an awesome announcement. Everybody's been speculating, would it be better for us to do 4 $250,000 tournaments or one large one? And maybe COD Champs isn't going to happen this year. I was watching my boy Tommy Esports from the Sticks EU. He put up a video about this and was talking about how there's speculation that there was only a 3-year 2-year contract with Activision for COD Champs, and maybe they won't do it, and that's why MLG is getting ahead of the bucket, and they're starting out with a $250,000 tournament going into whatever the next Call of Duty is, and then maybe they'll have another one early in the year. I don't know how that's going to work out, but this is an exciting announcement. This is awesome, and there's a huge open bracket that's going to allow for these open bracket teams to play into the different pools for this global tournament and get their little bite at that $250,000. So this is huge, and I like how Adam Epicella in his post, he kind of rounded it off with saying this year we made key improvements based on your feedback. He talked about steady income for pro players, more prize money, travel help for the teams. This is dope as well, that lodging is paid for anybody that qualifies for a championship. So that means basically if you're going to the Columbus Arena for Season 2 championships, Season 3 championships, they're paying for it. Like, that's dope. That's pretty awesome to me. That means open teams, you're paying for yourself, but that means teams that qualified for a championship, you're going to get paid for, and they're going to pay for your lodging. That's if I were an owner, I'd be pretty excited about that, because that does cost a lot of money, and that's going to help them get more teams to more events. And in these big open events and global events, I mean, this is huge. This is a big deal for competitive Call of Duty. I, for one, am excited to see what is going to happen this year. I think this is going to be a groundbreaking year for competitive Call of Duty, and it already has been. And to add, for MLG to just throw $600,000 in the pot and say, we're going to throw $600,000 in prize money into this into the mix, see what happens. Thank you, MLG, whoever made that decision. I don't know if it was Sundance or, you know, whoever's idea that was, whoever came up with it. And I know you guys have been talking about it behind the scenes. I'm really excited. I'm happy to be a part of the community so that I can talk about all of the events. You guys let me know your opinions on everything that's going to happen. What do you think is going to happen with X Games? Like, do you think X Games is actually going to be the Season 2 championships? And then I don't know how Roster Mania is going to go. I don't know what's going to happen, because if the deadline for roster changes for the league is before champs, or hopefully it's right after champs, so that they can move things around and then kind of pull it together. Because you think about teams like Optic Nation, FaZe Black that are not in the league, SB that are not in the league. You know, if those players want to get in the league, there's going to have to be some roster changes post COD champs if they want to get in the league. So, but this also gives teams incentive to stay together to get into one of these larger tournaments, or to play in like that open relegation for Season 3. So this is exciting news all around. I'm really excited to share it with you guys. This is your boy Kingdom Soldier, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.